I ain't see how much behind me you could see. It's a mess. Let me just clean some mess up behind me. I ain't realize you could see all that mess. Let's just clean up some of the mess. Hey, everybody. I know I shouldn't be drinking whole Fanta, but yes, I do. Gotta move this stuff over. Oh, but even still, it don't matter. Uh, I hear you. All right, let me give this quick disclaimer. My name is Wisdom, and welcome back to the Faithful Wisdom Warrior Show. Give you a little bit about the channel. Is in the Bible there is a hidden character named Wisdom. She's a female character, but she's pretty much hidden. So while I'm doing this show, I believe I'm that character. So just like when you go to Comic-Con, when I have this hat on, I genuinely believe that I am the character Wisdom. So it's just like when you go to Comic-Con and you dress up like Batman, same thing. So if you're not willing to research the things that I'm saying, don't believe none of it. Let it be entertainment, right? But if you are, then you could definitely be a partner in this journey with me. So what I've been doing is documenting my life since God poured out His Spirit that was on me was January 8th, 2019. I've told everybody about it, and many things have happened too. Like y'all remember back when that quarterback, he went through something like this on January 8th, which is crazy. Like he broke some type of record or something on January 8th related to him confessing the name of Christ. So I've been documenting my life. Let me turn this heat down. It's too hot. I've been documenting my life since that moment. And I've watched a serious evolution in myself. People have watched the evolution within me over the past 3 years. So I genuinely do believe that I'm speaking with God. He shows up like through the documentation here. There's so many things to where I would be an idiot to think that this wasn't true and I wasn't speaking with him. You get what I'm saying? So I don't like being an idiot. So I'm going to go ahead with what's true and that I have been speaking with him. So I don't tell you all these things so that you'll believe in me. I tell you all these things and allow them to unfold in front of you so that you will get right with God, that you will know that He's true. Like if me and God was talking about this the other day, like if I knew another way to wake you guys up, I would do it, versus trying to show you this happened and that happened and there's no way I could control. Because some people thinking that as if I want them to believe in me. Far, far from the truth. I just don't know any other way to wake you guys up so that you'll see God is speaking. He's poured out His Spirit. At this point, we only have probably one seal left. Like, no, all the other ones have been done. No, stuff turning to blood. I mean, rivers and seas turning to blood. Check. Birds dying, animals dying. Check. I mean, Euphrates River dried up. Check. Like, the only thing that is left is for him to make every island flee and every mountain be moved off its place. So that has been my number one goal, is to be of service during a time that in a dream I wasn't of service. I only thought about myself. And God showed me at that moment what it means to, like, a real guilt. Like, if God is telling you something, you gotta listen, or afterwards the guilt is on another level. So that's why I pledged my entire life into doing what God say do. Almost like a science experiment, me being the experiment, saying that I will taste and see. That if he said be righteous and he gonna be good to you, then I'm gonna be righteous, and let's see what happens. You know, um, and I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for that opportunity. So this ain't a churchy channel. So if, like, the thing, every single truth or something that may be like your church, or you get what I'm saying, they came by the gumptions of God, like the faith to say what God said do, or to do what God said do. So they ain't no churchy, ritualistic, you know, religion. No, the buck stops with the Bible and the dictionary, because in the beginning God said he was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And he really does talk to his people through words. He really, really does. So let's get on to what this video is about. It's time to close the gates, everybody. Like, if you really, really love God, now's the time to literally do what the Bible says, which is throw off everything that would hinder, which is sell everything you got and run after him. We are there. But it's not like, you got to know, he told Lot couldn't come. Y'all remember that? He told a few people they can't go. And I'm letting you know right now, I know why. It's their heart. And so God, I'm trying to figure out how to tell y'all this information, because, something happened, and I'm going to tell this information. If I didn't let my cousin off easy and went after her very truthful soul, then the person that sent me this email, you need to know I'm about to tell the truth and shame the devil. I'm going to read the truth and shame the devil. So that's going to happen. But I am trying to, once again, now that's how you could tell when people of God, they try to do things with your soul in mind. I'm not trying to inflict harm. I'm going to tell the truth. One of the things I won't be is abused silently. I won't be threatened silently. So I'll put it before a panel of our peers. Did this person just threaten me? Because, and they tried, or if they didn't threaten me, they tried to implant fear in my heart. And that ain't of God either. That's why it's time to close the gates, test the spirits, and pay attention to what's before you. But I also do care about that person's soul, because I do know that demons ride on people. And a lot of times people don't even know what they're saying and doing, because they're being gumped, like they're being like vomited forward in action. So I'm going to try to, that's the only reason I'm taking care in what I'm saying, right? Because I want to tell this person this, I'm Black, real talk. Like, they tried to say in the email, anybody could know, you need to stop showing where you live, and anybody could know, to kind of, I'm going to read it to y'all. But I'm gonna tell you something. The only God is the only reason I ain't gave my address and said, "Come holler at me." Real talk. I just want that to be. God Himself is the only reason. So that's the truth. That's the truth. And anybody that know me know that's the truth. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. If anything ever happened to me, God Himself allowed it to happen. God Himself willed it. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. Other than that, I'd be surprised if you could make it to the front door. That's how much I know my God loved me. So, it's been a lot, y'all. It's been a lot. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. And if this person didn't mean any harm, they must not have been. No, they've been watching the videos. They must not have been watching the videos because I'm going through too much uh, to even play those types of games. That's one thing I don't do. That's the reason why I don't like OB no more. That's the only reason I don't like OB no more. Well, no, he signed that doggone law, but he played with something you don't play with in that movie during a time of uncertainty like this. Y'all been telling us to stop pulling the race card for who knows how long. Like, hey, it's all supposed to be equal. Then he gonna get up there and put up that white line. That tells me so either you trying to warn us or you threatening us. And I'm gonna tell you the same thing, young lady. Either you trying to warn me or threatening me. But I'm gonna tell you this. Every move I make, I've already weighed the cost. But through the faith in my Lord, I continue forward. Let that be known. Okay. Let's I came on my computer so that I could read from. I'm gonna give some Bible verses for the things I'm about to say too. Let's go to Daniel chapter. Listen to these numbers. That's how you know. That's exactly how you know too. Right? That I'm telling the truth. Because if you've been watching this channel, if this is an adversary that has been tapping at the gate, so what is this number 4? Because y'all know I've been documenting it, right? So we had Job, then we had the girl, then we had this girl, then we got another one. So I'm watching them knock at the gates of Zion, flat out. This is Zion, not even the Goshen. This is Zion, right? But they've been knocking at the gates. So I'm going to go to Daniel chapter 11, verse 33. I'll probably go before verse 33 so that way we can get it a little bit in context. But they're talking about a lot here. The main thing I need you to know is 33. Well, no, I'll start with 33. Daniel chapter 11, verse 33. Those who are wise will instruct many. Though for a time they will fall by the sword or be burned or captured or plundered. I feel like I stood that test with Job. The fact that it was like, here's all the money, the family that you've always wanted, the man that brings you home his check, but he won't worship and follow after God. Like he ain't in the battle with you. Do you keep the man or do you choose God? I chose God. I'm just saying. So it says, those who are wise will instruct many. Though for a time they will fall by the sword or be burned or captured or plundered. Now we know this time is coming, right? We know the time where they're literally knocking at the gates is here. Okay, let's keep going. When they fall, I fail, they will receive a little help. And many who are not sincere will join them. Now, I learned a lesson from the first one, right? I learned a lesson, and the next 3 saw I learned that lesson, okay? Y'all, they've been coming in succession too. Like it is literally like where you can't say nothing but this is real. That's why God told me to charge for the candle, because he said if you do something fair, a fair, honest wage, and someone is angry with you for how you must proceed, then at that point, you know your intentions, how your heart and what your heart meant to do. And you, that person shows themselves. And it's true. It's true. That's the reason why I can't give them away for free. But we're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. So it says, when they fall, they will receive little help. So I'm the wise. This is me they're talking about. And many who are not sincere will join with them. Y'all, one day I woke up and I looked around and I was surrounded. Real life, surrounded. No. I know y'all think, oh, she thinks that. No. Remember that video I did a couple days ago? Y'all see I did a video in a few days, right? The video I did where I said, well, I was laughing hard, wasn't I? And I said, well, you knock on my door if that's the case. Dude drove down my street, real talk, and waved. But I'm going to tell you this. God told me to consecrate the land. He really did. He sent my cousin Nikki to tell me that he meant something about consecrating the land. And you know, I've been left alone ever since then. That's the weird part. Even with this email that I'm going to read you guys, because I said yes. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand, but this person stepped out. But it was right after I consecrated the land too. So it was literally like, this is real. I had no money whatsoever in the bank. The day I found out I was surrounded, I'm not going to tell y'all no more about it. If I had an army here, yeah, but I'm not going to tell y'all any more about it. The day that I found out I was surrounded, but it's witnessed. Know that the several people know about what I'm talking about. But that day, I had nothing in the bank, but was offered a G, a full G. And having nothing, my first thought was, yep, I need that. That's a great opportunity right there. But then God showed me, not just I remembered, he showed me. The three wise men arrived on January 8th. How many coincidences do I need to know that he really is telling me there that I got to hold the gates, that I got to close the gates, that I got to stand as a strong-willed woman of God, right? So that happened. But then when I consecrated the land, everybody disappeared, slow, like never said another word, like it was on the table. But now I consecrated the land. I haven't even, it seemed like all those people has even disappeared, So remember, I believe it's Dracula, flat out. And one time I said his name in front of some people, I did a video about it. All the birds in the city came and landed, and my friend was there, my next door neighbor. She can vouch for it. All of them landed in her backyard and mine, while me and her was sitting on the front porch talking about those evil people that had came over. You all saw, go back and look, because I was happy they was coming. But then when they got there, I saw they did a ritual in front of my house. I saw it. Real talk. I'm sorry. And I'm the most laid back person ever. But I saw it. And my cousin also saw the video that I made that day. I said, I begged them to stay. She saw it live. I begged them to stay. Y'all go look. That video changed and now it says, I beg to stay. Like as if I was begging them to stay with them and they left me. So no, I've seen enough too. Like I've seen enough to see our fight. My birthday verse. Our fight is not against flesh and blood. It's against some type of evil, real evil principality that is ruling this nation. Okay, so so it says some of the wise will stumble so that they may be refined. I've learned some lessons, right? Purified and made spotless until the time of the end, for it will still come at appointed time. Okay. What's the other one you want me to read, Father? Okay. All right. I'm gonna read that one first, but now I'm gonna start going to the emails because he told me. Now remember what this was. This was Daniel chapter 11, verse 33. Okay. The one he wants me to read the emails first and then say next is Matthew chapter, what was it, Father? I know it's verse 33. I know that. Whatever the rest, I don't know if it was 11:33 again, or let me look. Hold on. Let me just press the back button. What is this? Third, I think, yes, 13. 13, verse 33. Okay. So, but first we're going to read these emails. Okay. Because this was a big reason why me and my cousin kind of got into an argument too. You know, she said, why do you think someone would be like, what makes you so special that someone would be testing the gates of you? You know what I mean? Like, why would they be after you? You get what I'm saying? Whew. And I'm just going to let these emails speak for themselves. I don't know why. You tell me. So I'm going to say this too. Make a good judgment, guys. That's the reason, another reason why to do this. Like, let's put it before the city, because there's no reason for me to be secretly um, threatened. I'm not, that's how I felt. Okay. So let's go ahead and say this. Where do I want to go? This was on December 19th. Just touching base. I'm not going to use any names because it's no, that's nobody's business. It's not, it's more about telling the truth and shaming the devil. That's really what this is about, right? All right. So just touching base. I still believe I want 12 large candles. So I wanted so I wanted to let you know that first in case you still have to make them. Personally, I love that the one said forgiveness, and I still would love to drive out and get them so I can give you cash. I'm not completely confident with the schedule. Ideally, I would love to drive out the day after Christmas in time for our Christmas on 27th. Flag 1 on the play. You have a different Christmas? So at that point, it's literally like, hold up, I don't know anything about this person. So just because you're offering a truckload of things does not mean that I should put myself at risk or this Goshen at risk. But let's keep going. Time for our Christmas on the 27th, or even New Year's Eve, the day I'm leaving. So I'm curious if your schedule would match or not. If not, I'll send the new address. Don't that sound nice? That sound about right. That's the way we should do this, right? If not, I will send the new address. As I am moving and about to get rid of my possessions here, I still keep an eye out for things I can bring for you from your prep list video and will likely email again about that in a few days. But for now, I just wanted to let you know I would like 12 large candles in case you need to make them. Thank you, sister. I'm glad God brought your video in my feed, and I can't wait to see how the next couple weeks works out. I watched your last video and stayed out the chat because my presence is overly distracting. I love anybody's, like, you guys can speak in the chat. I didn't notice that. Overly distracting, no matter if I mean it to or not. When I saw the master's voice on your TV in the background, I jumped off my couch with a hallelujah. I keep sharing her videos and nobody confirms that they take the time to watch them till next time. This is my reply. Sounds good, right? I'm with it, right? Hello, thank you for your email. I appreciate you, But I prefer to interact via friendship, right? Before our meeting. Here is my phone number. God is providing for the Goshen. So I'm not really in as much distress as driving to meet someone I haven't really developed a friendship with yet. That's what I learned from Job. This is what me writing, right? That's what I learned from Job. I must protect this land and discern what God wants. So let's connect before you travel, right? The reply. Thank you anyways. I guess I can't get a candle at all. I don't have cell service, only Wi-Fi, so I can't call anybody. But you willing to drive from VA, right, with no telephone to bring me a truckload of goods? Daniel chapter 11, verse 33. Only Wi-Fi, so I can't call anybody, not even my kids, as I said before. And I don't have Cash App or Zelle, so I have no choice but to accept God's will. God bless. I said, let's be friends before I meet you somewhere. I don't know you. And I have been attacked several times by in different ways, and I'm done being a weak-willed, gullible woman. I'm done. Like, y'all watch the evolution of this channel, right? And I want you to know it ain't got nothing to do with fear either. I mean, it's really more about, what is it about? Testing the spirit. The fact that the offer to be friends, that match what God said about this candle, that I shouldn't put it on Etsy, like literally he told me if I put this candle on Etsy, I better make it $230. Real talk. That's what he said. He said, like, he showed me how the price of something matches like if you give something from God, the commercialness of it, like if I put it on a commercial level, it's supposed to be kind of expensive then. Now, let me take you to Matthew chapter 13, verse 33. Let's go there. I think this is it. I want to make sure it's the right one, y'all. I'll read it just because I'm not sure. Maybe it wasn't 13, is what I'm thinking. It might have been 12. Let me go back to 12, verse 33. Let's do that. Oh, but that's still important. That's still important. So I'm going to read that one, even though that's not it. It says, make a tree good and its fruit will be good, or make a tree bad and its fruit will be bad. For a tree is recognized by its fruit. You brood of vipers. How can you who are evil say anything good? For the mouth speaks what the heart is full of. Let's keep going. Y'all heard this. This is when Jesus was saying, you tell a tree by the fruit it bears. Okay. But now we're going to go back to the verse. Okay. To the reading. Right. So at that point, I think, okay, no problem. I understand. God bless. Right. But then this was the reply today. I can't tell you how crushing that response was. I've waited patiently for a year, at least, for an answer to my prayers about the candles, literally leaping for joy and awe when God brought that video across my feed that night, weeks ago, excitedly leaving the comment, hallelujah. And I appreciate that. That needs to be understood. But you're going to see why I came live with this. This seems all beautiful until we get further down. You'll see. God has answered my prayers to now, so that she went from God has answered her prayers to now having the rug pulled out from under my feet, asking, why would God do that? I tried what I could to explain my situation to you, even eventually telling you my name when I didn't need to. If you're driving from VA, that's important. Okay, so you could check out my Facebook to know I'm not a hacker. I didn't read y'all the other ones. The other ones were like, I asked for a picture, I asked for, it just any way to connect. So there was other emails before then. And it was even in them saying it would just be a copy and paste from there. So at this point, we still do not have any connection to say you are who you say you are. I tried sending pictures through email, which I believe failed because God doesn't want more in the hands of hackers than they already have. I deliberately stay away from everything B system, which I understand. The one exception being FB and Messenger. We could have talked on Messenger. That would have been fine. I got Messenger. I'm talking to Jamila through Messenger all the way in Switzerland. Uh, the one exception being FB and Messenger, which is only because it is the single means of communication I have with my family right now until I unplug that too. I don't care if anyone wants the hard-earned things have on the prep list, which that's been a big part of this conversation. I'm I don't know what to say about that. Like, I didn't ask for those things. I would prefer your heart and soul to really be who you really are. Like, for us to be able, like, if forgiveness is the candle, then for us to be able to say, we understand, like, to have friendship, or do what you said you was going to do in the first place, which was get an address and I will gladly send it to you. But if you're not my friend, I'm not leaving. I just had to consecrate my land because Dracula is real and I'm really surrounded. Let's be real. Can I just be real for a second? And this is the, like, just if people think I'm crazy, I ain't stupid. Real talk. Crazy is one thing, but stupid is another. Okay, here we go. I don't care if anyone wants the hard-earned things have on the prep list. I just want to find a way to get a candle without signing up for more B system apps. Cash being the long lost best option, in my humble opinion, in all seriousness. It feels very cutthroat. Listen to this. It feels very cutthroat to say you understand after all the information I put out in the email that I can't take back. I'm the only one who put out information that no one can take back. But let's keep going, and y'all gonna see what I mean by, did I just get threatened? Hold up, okay. Because she didn't put out nothing. I gave her my phone number, the whole nine. Call me. So, okay. Not to mention the slight embarrassment of being talked about in your live where I couldn't explain the area of confusion to anyone watching. Well, this is word for word what's going on. Oh, and instead of just responding to the email in private, I will not be abused in private. I will not be threatened in private. I will not give the devil any footstool in my life. Either we're friends or we're not. This is the reaction to saying let's be friends. I'm only telling my viewers this so that they can see, when you know your heart was genuine and the reply goes here like this, then you know that Daniel 11 is true. They get to know you by intrigue, flat out. And then when you don't accept the bribe, because remember I said I was offered a G, which I've turned down. Now I've offered well, first I was offered that as long as I come and bring. No, Dracula real, boo. I'm not playing. No. And on top of that, next comes that. No, we're not doing it. And nor do I have to sit in silence about it. They could play these spooky little games with someone else. I'm the wrong one. So, and I'm still open to a friendship. If you want to be my friend, we can follow those avenues just because that's the Christian part of me. But no, there's more, guys. Let me keep going because now I'm, y'all know me. Like I said, I'm black. God is the only reason. And I'm telling you, if you bad, show up. Show up. That's all I got to say. If you bad, show up. I'm sorry. I can only text, talk, video, call, send pics through Messenger. I said that over and over so you would understand and reach out. Y'all, I do not have cell phone service to call you or the bank or anything. But you're willing, darling, but you're willing to drive from Virginia to give me a truck load of belongings without being friends first. Like, no, that's a Christian part. That's the part. That's the part. That's why it's not on Etsy. That's why I'm not pushing it to be in stores. That's why. Okay, let's keep going. There's more. Are you saying suspicious now? But I need to read the rest because one, I will not be silently threatened by no one, nor will anyone plant fear in my life ever. I'm going to tell the truth and shame the devil. And if you bad, holla at me. If you bad, do what you do. Real talk. Okay, I said that over and over again and would understand if you reach out. I do not have cell phone service to call you or the bank or anything. Okay. I'd have to borrow someone else's phone. Sadly, that seems to be enough to cancel out a candle for me, which is why I say I have no choice. I can't make you try on my behalf to meet me where I am. However, despite the hurt, it is still abundantly important to say, listen to this. This is because remember, it didn't say they were coming to you head up. No, the Bible never said that. It said they were coming to you by deception, to deceive, and intrigue. That's what it said. Okay. Right. So don't that's what I learned from Job. That's what I learned from Job. That was my reply. Is that I learned from Job is that if I can't see this, and this, I ain't making no moves. Real talk. I'm done allowing my being so nice that it kills me. I'm not doing it. That it takes me from God. I have a job to do, and I'm going to do it at all costs. Let's keep going. However, despite the hurt, it's still abundantly important to say, if I did meet you, I would have told you this in person. This is what you would have told me in person. If you're really trying to protect your land, you should stop telling everyone where you are and showing the layout of your yard. It get weird, don't it? Then it went real sweet to weird. If you bad, that's all I got to say. If you're really trying to protect your land, you should stop telling everyone where you are and showing the layout of your yard and inside your house. It's not at all difficult for a civilian to track you on Google Earth based on that alone. And you should know better than most. We are always being tracked and will be hunted and will be hunted. Even if we survive the 3 days of darkness, if you won't see, wait, if you won't see to it that I get a candle, I still bear a responsibility to let you know you have already given away your location. Didn't it get creepy fast? Giving away your location, and if that matters to God and your purpose, you should stop and edit that out of your videos if you can. Girl, like I said, God is the only reason I have it. No, you don't understand. Like, no, you, my reply. We got to go with my reply. My email speaks for itself. Only thing I asked for is to be friends first before I decided to meet a stranger. Get a P.O. box, send a friend's address. I will gladly mail it. You can mail me the money, all I care. But I don't think asking friendship before risk was a big ask. God bless, beloved. Which, oh my goodness. How real is it, y'all? Am I narcissistic? Do I think, am I saying, oh no, that ain't what she meant, or he meant, or they meant, or whoever meant? I mean, because, you got to pay attention to a tree by the fruit they bear, right? Do you stop to plant fear? Do you, like, which it didn't plant fear. I want y'all to know, I've been doing this a while. This feels like deja vu. This maybe a couple years ago that would have bothered me. But no, that doesn't bother me because we did enough research on the concept of the 27th and 12 candles. I might have saved your life. Real talk. Everybody knows I've been telling y'all, if you don't got good intentions, remember the 12 candles and the 27th, y'all look a little bit of that up. Then y'all know who we was dealing with. But if you don't have good intentions with these candles, this you don't want to do that. It's literally lighting it to be standing before God. And those without the right uh the right through forgiveness, through grace. I didn't pull any punches on that young lady, but I was called cutthroat. I was made known that I should probably stop, like your location has already been found and you will be hunted was already the message. Um, as the reply. So yeah. So I know she's watching. If you'd like to say anything, feel free. Now's the time. Because I want you to know, just like every other one that has tried to come for me on this channel, we'll do it right here, right now, objectively with love and grace. But I will say this. God is the only reason I'm not giving you this address. Know this, not an ounce of fear is related to why. I really do feel like I'm saving your life because I know my God and I wouldn't wish his wrath on anybody. And that's the truth. That's the truth. So I'm going to say this. And for your soul, for your very soul, I am open to developing a friendship. Maybe I'm not gonna say it was a misunderstanding. No, you made it known. But I like to look my enemies in their face. Like honestly, if you want to be if you want to, present yourself on that level, I'm woman enough to give you grace to be yourself. You don't have to come with the underhanded intrigue. I don't like, though, whatever the case may be, God provides all my needs. So don't, not now. Oh, no, I got to go to the other one. Why I made it hard. God, this Bible verse is in the Bible, why I made it hard. Hold on. All right, let's find it. Matter of fact, let's Google. We're gonna Google it just to make sure. It's the one. Hold on one second, because it is a good parable, y'all. Y'all need to hear it. Parable. Yeah, it's 13, but I must be missing the right verse. Hold on, because it says 13 when I Googled it. So Matthew 13, let's go there. I'll read the whole thing if you need to know. But let's find it. Using the parable. Oh, I was wrong. It is chapter 13, verse 44, right? I knew it was one of our numbers that always come up, verse 44, okay? The kingdom of heaven is like treasure hidden in a field. When a man found it, he hid it again. And then in his joy went and sold all he had and bought that field. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like a merchant looking for fine pearls. When he found one of great value, he went away and sold everything he had and bought it. Add me to your friends list wasn't as big as sell everything. Like, you get what I'm saying? Sell everything you have and buy it. That's what I'm saying, is that wasn't a big gauntlet to jump. I want y'all to know I'm using this as a teaching so that y'all can see we are in a time where people really will get close to you via intrigue, buy the things that might show a lack of faith if you were or greed. It seemed like that she was hoping for my greed, or like for me to have a Moloch spirit, Morlock spirit or something. But no, he's been like, though I'm long suffering, because that's what I got to do. He been so on time, in time, everything fine, to where no, I don't have to rush out and do that. That I literally can uh, make sure that these people. Oh, that's another thing. I'm studying the I'm studying the Bible and text about these things. It's literally a piece of heaven on earth. And God never said, like I told y'all this, it's not like you need this candle so that you'll like you gotta have it in order to survive. No, people gonna survive without the candle. But this is a leadership candle. This is, how girls go get their eyelashes done. This is that. This is God's gift to his faithful dainty. You get what I'm saying? Those that literally we trust God and know and saw, and they are ready to be leaders during Revelation chapter 2, you know. Uh, so, that response was interesting. That response was interesting, to say the least. Because the truth is, if you want the candle, send me the address. I'll send it to you. And if you want, here, I'll just send it to you if that'll make you happy. But I know this. They don't want me to just send it to them because they know it doesn't have power without the purchase of it. Because this person who's doing the 12 candles and the the different Christmas, they know, just like I know. It's about sanctifying you to be able to stand before God. It's about where your heart is at, there so shall your treasure be. That's what God said it was about, and I never uh, told you otherwise, told anyone otherwise. So, and know this, you know, you know why God shouldn't give anybody anything before they're ready? Like, I remember my pastor, like at the Word Church, that was the best part I could say I had a pastor. I didn't go to that church long, but I learned how to study the Bible and I went, to a lot of their classes. But I'll never forget him saying, if, what if just because a father is super, super rich, and his child wants a Ferrari, a Bugatti for Christmas, um, but the child is 7 years old. Does he still buy him the Bugatti? No, because he'll hurt himself, or he'll kill somebody else, or he'll get his friends killed, or you get what I'm saying? That's too big of a machinery for his maturity level. I'm saying that to say that's how I feel in this moment about myself. That's the silence you hear. I'm trying to pick my words properly, but for God, know that. That's important for anybody to know. This I do unto the Lord. Right? So don't think there's some punk in me, some fool in me, some crazy in me. There ain't none of that in me. Everything that I do for the Lord. So know this, it's just like I'm trying to I guess there ain't nothing else to say, because anything else I would say would be from a time that I'm trying to honor my God. And am I wrong for that? Am I wrong for stepping away and saying I'm gonna honor my God versus go all in on this? No, I think that's growth, right? I think that's growth. But I want this to be documented as well, because one is a part of the story, and two, you think I don't know that? What you said at the end of the email, do you think I really care? No, no, no. I sold everything I had, left my family behind. My kid is literally, y'all, this gonna blow your mind. If I ever showed y'all this, it'd blow your mind. That movie, Leave the World Behind, that is the opposite side of my life. Like, that's how my children are living with their father, because Ruth and them is with their father because Naomi is gone. Let's let that be known, right? So what I'm saying is, and what matters to say, is you think I don't know that? So planting that, trying to plant that type of fear in my head, I hear you, Father. He told me to read you something else. Hold up. Hold up. Thank you. That's why you told me to read that. Okay. I didn't know. I wasn't fully there. We're going to Joshua. I thought it was about the fact I consecrated the land. I took my father's ashes and I followed God's um, instructions. and gave this land back unto God. It is officially hallowed and consecrated. So um, that's another reason why I wouldn't like if you human, you could step on this land, but if you ain't human, I wouldn't do it if I was you. I'm saving your life. Real talk. I wouldn't do it if I was you. But that's what I thought it was about. But no, God's showing me right now, and it's about a different verse in here. All right, I'm gonna read it from the beginning. It's gonna be one from the beginning, y'all. Then Joshua assembled all the tribes of Israel at Shechem. He summoned the elders, leaders, judges, officials of Israel, and they presented themselves before God. Joshua said to all the people, "This is what the Lord, the God of Israel, says. Long ago, your ancestors, including Terah, the father of Abraham and Nahor, lived beyond the Euphrates River and worshipped other gods. But I took your father Abraham from the land beyond the Euphrates and led him throughout Canaan and gave him many descendants. I gave him Isaac, and to Isaac I gave Jacob and Esau, and I assigned the hill country of Seir. Of Seir. Remember, I really believe they could see the future. That's why they know what they doing. But okay, I assigned the hill country of Seir to Esau, but Jacob and his family went down to Egypt. Then I sent Moses and Aaron, and I afflicted the Egyptians by what I did there, and I brought you out. When I brought your people out of Egypt, you came to the sea, and the Egyptians pursued them with chariots and horsemen as far as the Red Sea. But they cried to the Lord for help, and he put darkness between you and the Egyptians. He brought the sea over them and covered them. You saw with your own eyes what I did to the Egyptians when the Egyptians. Then you lived in the wilderness for a long time. I brought you to the land of the Amorites, who live east of the Jordan. They fought against you, but I gave them unto your hands. I destroyed them before you, and you took possession of their land. Then Balak, son of Zippor, I'm coming, the king of Moab, prepared to fight against Israel. He sent for Balaam, son of Beor, to put a curse on you. Now, remember when God had me and Faithful studying the origins of evil? It came from that moment he talking about, because they saw they couldn't come head up at the children of Israel. They can't. They like this person or the other people, they couldn't come at me with a sword. You get what I'm saying? It just wouldn't, like I would have to be corrupt in order for them to do it. That's what happened with the story of Beor and Balaam. Is they sent, like when they saw they couldn't break down the fortress where these Israelites couldn't be hit, they only way they could break it down is they had to send in immorality, send in hookers and women to entice them away. That was part of another reason why I realized what was going on with Job, because it was like, this is literally what evil does. It send in the girls, you know what I mean? That's literally, or send in the bribe, or send in the whatever it is. But God said righteousness is like, that's the way I have to live, is to do right by him and do right by his people, and to tell the truth and shame the devil. Flat out. It has to be done so that maybe others can see. I want you to know this. This person has entered the story of their life is now a living sacrifice, just like mine is. I have to tell all my business or y'all won't see it. Right. So this person interjecting, now they got to be a part of the story, or you guys won't see it. This is a learning, use it as a learning moment that these things are real. There really are demons knocking at the gate. Yes, and sometimes it's your brother, your sister, your cousin, whoever. But at least if they're your friend, they might not be able to breach the gate, right? Once you get a chance to demonstrate righteousness, they won't be able to breach the gate. You get what I'm saying? So close the gates, y'all. All right, verse 11. Then you crossed the Jordan and came to Jericho. The citizens of Jericho fought against you, as did also the Amorites, Perizzites, Canaanites, Hittites, a whole bunch of ites, right? But I gave them unto your hands. I sent the hornets ahead of you, which drove them out before you. Also the two Amorite kings. You did not do it with your own sword and bow. So I gave you a land on which you did not toil, and cities you did not build, and you live in them and eat from vineyards and olive groves that you did not plant. Now fear the Lord and serve him with all faithfulness. Throw away the gods your ancestors worshiped beyond the Euphrates River and in Egypt, and serve the Lord. Because that's another thing, y'all. Throughout this interaction, I know God. And I know there was 3 attempts to get me to blaspheme God. Like, there was the attempt to get me to mysteriously try to tell the name of the person. First off, I'm not allowed to do no type of magic, right? So I'm not allowed to tell you about your life. Only thing I'm here to be is a prophet, which tells about future general events to protect a multitude of God's people. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not about to sit here and act as if I'm reading palms, or I'm not doing none of that. I know how powerful God is. So this is not a place I play. I don't play. Not there. Not when it comes to him. So y'all need to know that. So I feel God saying, real talk, since you gave me real talk in my video, I mean in my the email, real talk, put away those gods that your ancestors served. God is telling me that you got some type of gypsy thing going on, or some type of Wiccan thing going on, but the practices that you preach are not 1000% pure unto him. A few of them have goddess things within them. And I'm letting you, so here we go. If you want someone to do something spooky, spooky is me telling you exactly what God said is running after your soul right now. That there is a demon of it's God told me that the demon started, it started off as a small demon of spirituality. But then it moved to a demon of, what are you saying, Father? Power. God saying that you made some covenants with it for power. And now you're trying to follow through on the covenants you've made with it for power. And he's telling me, no, not this house, not this house, not from this house. So seek out another in a case such as that. Okay. So it says, now fear the Lord and serve him with with all faithfulness. Throw away the gods your ancestor worship beyond the Euphrates River in Egypt, and serve the Lord. Do you think God care about your things? No, he care about your heart and your soul. That's why I'm open to a friendship, because if anything else, I'll minister to you. We will study the Bible together. We can start off with verses back and forth. You understand? But as it relates to, um, I hear you, Father. I'm going to keep going. Ooh. So, verse 15. But if serving the Lord seems undesirable to you, then choose yourself this day whom you shall serve, whether the gods your ancestors served beyond the Euphrates, or the gods of the Amorites in whose land you are living. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. That's 1000%. So know that. That's on the table. Um, but I do feel him saying, this might have been a test to see, will you put down those types of ways? Like I feel him saying he did tell you to look for the candle. But it was to look for the candle to know that right now this will be told in amongst your peers. Because see, this is also what the Bible says. First you talk to them privately, but then you take witnesses. That's what the Bible said. I'm moving by the Bible. You got a problem with your brother, first you take him off to yourself. I already told you this twice. Then if they still want to move in that manner, like the Bible, I know Proverbs says a couple times about basically things done in the dark gotta come to the light. It has to. That's that we are children of the light. Thank you for what my first one who thought he was gonna bully me on my channel, but he always said it. We are children of the light. That was Sean. Y'all remember Sean? That's what I say. This is deja vu. I'm not doing this. No, that's the reason why I don't got a group. I'm not doing this anymore. Like enough. I'm done. Wrong one. And if you do want to go toe to toe, I'm going toe to toe for your soul. It's just that simple. All right. I don't got nothing else to say. I just, I tell you all what's coming. I do what God says do. But what does it change? That's a real thing. What does it change? I'm just opening myself up. But hey, I have to admit, if I'm opening myself up to grab the souls of the reprobate, of those that didn't know that they really could be forgiven, then yeah, okay, I'm down for that. But as it relates to God already told me, ain't nobody like it is written. Like I literally was the only one that showed up to his party. And it's the truth. It's written. It is written. He says it. He says a certain father gave a wedding party. Nobody could come. He went out in the street and gathered anybody that would come. That's what he did. But now we in a place where the wicked looking wicked and the good fighting to stay good. So I'm going to hide myself. Isaiah 26, hide thyself until God's indignation has passed. Know this, I'm not hiding myself from you. I'm hiding myself from God's indignation. Like, no, the closer he get, the more insane the world's going to go. Remember I told y'all I sat before him and the body, like you can't stand before innocence, pure innocence, completely guilty without turning on yourself or someone else. I didn't lie. I told you the truth. Right? So y'all need to know madness is coming. And start testing people's heart. Offer a good, fair price for things. And then after that, offer friendship, offer support, offer ministry, offer those things. But if they don't want them, then they need to know there's a spirit inside of them that's trembling. Because I ain't do nothing but say, I'm gonna follow God and be wise. My name Wisdom. Wisdom ain't gonna, like, when I used to be a slave to being nice, but God told me that's a slave to being glorified. I don't want to be glorified. Allow God to get the glory. Real talk. Like if I'm do what you want because you threaten, then that would be me wanting to be glorified. Trying to take glory from God. No, God said what he said. He said what he said. He meant what he said, and that's what he said. And I'm done. No. Not because I'm holier than thou. No, I done got my butt beat enough about stepping before him to do. No. That's another thing. Speaking of this important, then I'm going to go. Ooh, let's do this. God said about them women, message about how they're trying to get at you through intrigue. You really do got to start weighing the fruit of everyone, especially the man you lay down with. Evaluate his fruit. Real talk. Like, is he genuinely of God? Test the spirit by only asking for something with a genuine intent of a result that would come from God. And if that, like, you really got to do this because God gave me a dream. I had this dream. And at that moment, I understood so much. Oh my God. Then I knew how many women are being, their niceties are taking them out. No, this is the time of treachery and tragedy. No, this is the time of intrigue. This is the time where he could full blown have some type of disease or something like that and still won't even care twice about you in the process. Real talk. So literally, guys, this is the dream God gave me. It was my ex-husband, and it was as if it was just a regular old day, and he had came home, and he don't, somebody about to change their clothes to put on their night clothes. This is gross, y'all, but this is what happened in the dream. So he was changing his clothes, and we talking regular, like, hi, it's been a great day, da 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 da. And then he takes off his pants to put on his night clothes, and it's as if he forgot the condom on his, like, literally, like that moment where he pulled down his pants, looking at it, looking at you, and you looking at it like with this whole, oh, I forgot, I still got the condom on from what I did earlier, right? But listen to this, y'all. Then at that point, he pulled it off and said, oh, excuse me, I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm sorry. As if it was just regular, like this was regular thing that would, like, oops, that wasn't something you were supposed to see. And then in the dream, I remember thinking, like, do I want that? Even like if it's that nasty that it had to be wrapped up earlier, now you gonna come give it to me unwrapped, knowing your inner core is shady as hell. Like, do I really want the dick, excuse my language, of a shady person? The unwrapped one because I'm your wife? You get what I'm saying? That's what it felt like in the dream. It was like as if because I was his woman, I was supposed to want that after he took that off and said, oops, sorry, let me clean that up. I'm sorry about that. Not here. No, I don't want that. I'd rather have a new wrapping. You get what I'm saying? I don't want that. Like, why did I? What about me makes me to be the chosen one that gets your unwrapped orifice when you know you shady? Real when you that was shady. Like, oh, I know you shady. You know I'm shady, but because I got a title, I'm supposed to accept your unwrapped thing. That's what happened in the dream. I woke up and then God said, tell the women, y'all need to real talk. If you that, this is about will. Because I was going to tell y'all, there are men forcing themselves on women. But I learned from my Job situation, it's about will. Do you love not your life unto death? I would probably be the first that have talked about how many women have chose consensual sex over rape, right? Because they could see that's where it was going, or they could feel that if they didn't make the right move, that's what was going to happen. So they might as well lay down and accept it. I would have been the first to tell you that. That was always going to be my strategy in the case of rape. But now I'm a different woman. God showed me, I unto death I'll fight. Why would I be a weak-willed woman when we know God is real? Real talk. Like, no, like, can't nothing happen to me lest God allows it anyways. You get what I'm saying? And if that's the case, then that's the test. Will I have enough willpower to stand for what is right and true, even through such a situation? Right? So I just feel him saying the adversary is seeking many of your lives through non-disclosure and title. Like through you being married, now you're supposed to take that unclothed thing as if it's your honor as a wife. Well, I'm letting you know, if you know, and you God gonna show you, you know he's shady, know this. AIDS ain't left. It ain't left. It's still here. And it's rampant right now. Real talk. And they went quiet about it for a little while on purpose. They let all those people look like they getting healed on purpose. But the truth is, man, it's out there. And there's many men that are not forgetting to throw it away before they get home. How about that? But they're still offering it to you as if it's your honor to take on what you know is shady. They know that's shady. We're talking about your connection to the other side. What do you think women are? We're portals. That's what we are. Orgasms are light and connection through some type of spiritual side. Real talk. And if you know, if you know, you know. He can't judge you on something you don't know. And since you know this, God is saying, exhibit willpower, women. That Second Timothy chapter 3 is real, and there are people seeking to worm their way into the homes of weak-willed women who are forever learning but never acknowledging the true power of God. And that's what I'm trying to do, but being met with threats. Like, no, I know the true power of God, and I have learned some things. And I know it really is about, do I trust in God with all my heart, my mind, and soul? Or is there some man or woman somewhere that's going to save me? You know, there's some preps that someone has that's going to save me. No, God himself. That's the only, no, it don't work that way. You get what I'm saying? No man could come in and pay the bills. No, only thing that comes with that is curses. Objects are people's things can be cursed. Look, y'all saw it here. Look what happened when I denounced everything related to a certain person, and everything came back to me as if it was never taken or never destroyed in any kind of way. So I'm just saying, God's real. I'm not about to play with nobody. He's real. He's moving, and he's providing for his children, and he's loving on them, and he's telling his children to watch your heart. So if you know, make sure when they're coming at you for intrigue, you don't allow your own glorification. And I didn't even think of it as glorification. I thought I was just being nice. But no, you can get wrapped up into being nice to where next thing you know, you done messed your whole self up trying to, like, and not when I say messed up, I'm saying you done set yourself up for a test, like a big one, and I'm done. Nope, no more here. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Close the gates. If and I that's another thing everybody needs to know. Like, test the gates, like test the spirit, you know. And if you know you doing things honest, fair, and genuine, you know that you know, and you're met. Oh, ooh, hallelujah! My favorite Bible verse, I believe. Let's go to it. I'm coming, dogs. I'm coming. Let's go to it real quick. I gotta read this though. Something going on out there. Do, 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 do. But like, see, if I really was, you know, if that person who tried to drop off the fear, uh, if I would allow it, I'd be afraid to go out there. But my land is consecrated, and on top of that, God is real. Like, God is real, man. I ain't got nothing else to say. So if you bad, that's all I gotta say. I wouldn't wish his wrath on nobody, not even my worst enemy, because it's real. Okay, so he says, This is chapter 9, Proverbs chapter 9, verse 7. Whoever corrects a mocker. No, no, no. Let's back up. We're gonna go with just chapter 9. Wisdom has built her house. She has set up its 7 pillars. She has prepared her meat and mixed her wine. She has also set her table. She has set out her servants, and she called from the highest point of the city. Let all who are simple come to my house. To those who have no sense, she says, come eat my food and drink my wine I have mixed. Leave your simple ways and you will live. Walk in the way of insight. Who This is the insight. Y'all ready? Whoever corrects a mockerer invites insult. Whoever rebukes the wicked incurs abuse. Do not rebuke mockers or they will hate you. Rebuke the wise, and they will love you. Instruct the wise, and they will be wiser still. Teach the righteous, and they will add to their learning. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and knowledge, Jamila, and knowledge of the Holy One is understanding. For through wisdom your days will be numbered, and years will be added to your life. If you are wise, your wisdom will reward you. If you are a mocker, you alone will suffer. Now, let's keep going. No, I'm gonna go further because y'all need to know what I did here today was righteous as well. Because remember, this was about wisdom and the woman of folly. This folly. Folly is an unruly woman. She is simple and knows nothing. She sits at the doors of her house on a seat at the highest point of the city, calling out to those who pass by, who go straight on their way. Let all who are simple come to my house. To those who have no sense, she says, stolen water is sweet. Food eaten in secret is delicious. But little do they know that the dead are there and that her guests are in the depths of the wait, wait, that her guests are deep in the realm of the dead. So this is what I want to tell. This is a message real quick to the prophets. If you have been called to be a prophet of God, right? Like, or if you, the truth is, if you got the courage to speak up to say what he said, then you really are a prophet of God. Okay. Protect the gates. I've heard some things happening with different prophets where people are getting close to them to try to nullify their whole ministry. I've seen that, and honestly, it's because we're not closing the gates. Like if somebody come up and offer, like they could totally come up to you and offer you a computer. Let's say your computer broke and you need a new computer to keep giving the word of the Lord. They could literally be offering you a computer that's stolen just so they could have the evidence against your ministry in the future when the time is right. Or to take you down another silly little path of saying, if you don't, we won't tell nobody if you do. That's why most of them are corrupt and taken as slaves, right? Like that music industry and the Hollywood is taken as slaves right now. Real talk. No. So I'm telling y'all right now, be one as a prophet. Be willing to tell the truth about you and your life, whatever it is, all of it. Real talk. The devil don't give them no footstool because the truth is we're Christians by truth and reason. The truth and reason is that we forgive, that we try to learn, that we realize we ain't perfect, that yeah, we make mistakes, that we fall down, but we get up. Like in a world like this, if you afraid of somebody finding out your past or anything like that, like why you putting yourself on a pedestal? We got people screwing in the middle of in the middle of the Capitol building. Real talk. I'm saying at this point, we are at a phase in the world where you think because you whatever back when you was whatever old that I'm supposed to be like, and she calls herself a prophet. or I cut off somebody and said nope, he calls themselves that's what they're doing it for. But those that hear God, that know their God, they will do many exploits. Those that know their God, they won't fall by stuff like that because they were here to be a servant in the first place. Like literally, to cut me off is literally like saying you don't want the servant. You get what I'm saying? It ain't like you saying you don't want the ruler. It's saying you don't want the servant because that's the only like you get what I'm saying. So it's not like you. It's not like it. The only reason it matters is for God because I'm just like you. Maybe I got a little more courage to just, say everything he said. And maybe that's why he called me to do it. I don't know. But it's not for you, it's not for me to allow you to entangle me. And I want other prophets to hear that. Be careful. There's people offering truckloads. There's people offering cool G's. I literally was offered a G. Real talk. Now, did they say it was for any other reason other than giving me a G? Nope. But at the same point, everything that glitters ain't gold. And by faith, not I ain't accepting nothing from nobody until God's Jubilee has passed. And right now, we in the middle of Jubilee until after his birthday. You get what I'm saying? So that's another way to test the spirit. If you really want to buy the trees, I say wait until after the Jubilee, which is after the 9th, right? And if you get mad, like this person got mad, you get mad and say, well, we don't want them then. Okay. That's what people keep doing. He did the same thing with the baby. I would love to be a part of the baby's life. But like because of what? Because I didn't say what you wanted. Now I can't be and then what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to please let me. Oh, then that means you really did try to attach me to take me somewhere. Because if I just say okay. So I'm just saying, y'all, open your eyes. There's more than the government after y'all. There's a real live negative supernatural weirdness moving amongst the people. And I'm going to tell you, like a child of God, do righteousness, but don't be abused secretly. Real talk, because they will flee you when they know I want that woman's soul. I said it. So if she wants to be my friend, I would love to minister and talk with her. I would totally love that. That would be a blessing. But other than that, there's no reason. Like I don't even explain. I hope y'all understand this. But I do want prophets to know this. If you're willing to serve like that, the guns just got turned back on her. She got enough courage to be my friend. Tell me what's good. And why did you think that reply was necessary? Like if she got the mind turned back too and say, yeah, okay, but I meant what I said. Now, if you don't want to interact on the levels of friendship, then yeah, you gotta, okay. You get what I'm saying? I hope the prophets out there are seeing what I'm saying. Don't take the bribe. People coming with bribes, man. They coming with all kinds of fiery darts. And that's now I see why he said, make sure you pay a fair price. Now, and like it's the Bible says, make sure they pay you and you pay them a fair price. Because if not, you will see. And if it wasn't real, why was that the reply? She know who I am, right? If it wasn't real, why would it matter? Why would it matter? Or why not send a friend's phone number and address? Why not comply with what it takes to get the object of your desire? Unless the test was too meaningful. Like people only can deceive you so long until it get real. Real talk. That's what happened with the Job situation. I said, let's just be friends. I've known you 5 months and now I'm married with children. Just be my friend. And that was met with everything y'all see. Man, enough. All right, I love y'all. I gotta go. My dog's outside. They want to come in, and I just want y'all to be safe. And I'm gonna tell you like this. I don't know. Right. This is another one of those moments where I was fighting who I was, because I don't want to be that kid. Like, God gave me a blessing to be wisdom, which is the Ferrari I was telling y'all about. But I got to know how to drive it, because the kid in me want to be like, meet me at my door. You get what I'm saying? But I can't do that. I can't do that. Yeah. All right, y'all. Peace. I ain't got nothing else to say. Oh, wait. I pressed the wrong button. Bye again.